Hi everybody, welcome to this session about Redux in reactJS. This video has a specific goal in learning about Redux. Let's get started. Now, what is Redux? Redux is all about managing the state in an application. In another word, it's a one place where we can store all this state in an application. I repeat, it's a one place where we can store all this state in an application. Before starting, I just wanted to make sure we have some couple of prerequisites. And basically Redux is a separate topic and works perfect with the combination of reactJS and React Native. I created a bare minimal code to get started, and this is a code sandbox. It's an online tool. I just feel pretty good in showcase demos in this. And before starting, please make sure that you added the dependency called Redux, right? I have already installed this Redux. Okay, and before starting, if you see the Redux from their official site, it looks somewhat complicated, but anyway they are given the nice implementation. And this video I representing the very simple four-step, uh, just 4 steps to implement the Redux in your application. All right. I will tell you the steps. Step 1, sorry, step 1, it's gonna, we need to create a store, okay. And for this we need to pass two parameters. One is reducer and state, and let's assume as of now the state is gonna be optional. Okay, optional. All right. And step 2, we need to create a reducer. Sorry. Okay, what is reducer? Reducer is nothing but it's a agent where it will do some action based on the business logic. All right. And reducer will return the new state from the current state, which means whenever the operation happens, reducer will keep on returning new state. Okay, that's the purpose of the reducer, and it has two parameters. One is state and action. In this state, the state can either a object or array. You can use based on your business logic. Okay. And step 3 is subscribe. Alright. Subscribe is nothing but it's kind of it's a listener where it will keep on monitoring the state changes. Alright. I'm mentioning it's a listener. Okay. And step 4, this is the final step called dispatch. It's nothing but triggering the action. So these are 4 steps that we needed to get started the Redux implementation. Okay, now I'm gonna write some basic structure to make you understand, and then let's go to the real-time small application. Right? In create a store, I have already created a store called, this is a constructor that is created from the Redux. All right. Okay. Now let store equal to create store, and it has two parameters. I'm taking only the reducer, and you can give any reducer. I'm gonna rename it as a root reducer. Okay. This is my store, and in step 2, I'm gonna create a function for reducer called root reducer, and it has two parameters. One is state and action. Okay, state can be either object or array. Okay, and by default uh, this function will return a state. Okay, and step 3 is going to be a subscribe, which means it's keep on listen to the state changes. So syntax is going to be a store dot subscribe, and it's going to be a callback method. So I'm using the arrow function to do this method. I'm printing the get state console dot log store dot get state. This will print the current state of your application. Alright, and the final step is dispatch. It's nothing but triggering the action. Okay, for dispatch it's going to be a store dot dispatch, and you can set an action what need to perform. Okay, here there's one keyword called type, where you can define what action you need to perform. You can give anything, actions that we need to perform. Alright, and you can pass some data. It can be any data. It can be any data. Alright, and also you can pass payload. Again, it's kind of any value that you can send to the reducer. Value that you can send it to the reducer. Alright, so these are the 4 simple steps that you can perform the Redux in your application. Okay, I'm gonna create a simple application like a increment or decrement function, where when I click the increment, the value is getting increased, and if I click the decrement button, the value will be decreasing. Now let's write the code for this. I'm gonna create some small UI for that. Div button. The name is going to be increment. It's going to be a decrement. I'm gonna end this div. Selection. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so I have two button like increment, decrement. I'm going to create some space. PSP copy. Alright. Then I'll be display this what do you call output in span. Okay, ID display value. Okay, okay, so so these are the basics real-time example that I'm gonna show. Okay, now you can keep this store and true reducer in outside this class, and you can keep this subscribe inside the constructor. Before that, I need to create a constructor over here, constructor, and it has a super class. Okay. I'm going to paste this step 3 inside this constructor, which means generally this component, I mean, whenever the state changes in the component, this component will keep on subscribe, which means this keep on listening these state changes. So just keep it in the inside the component. All right. Now, step 4 is going to be dispatch, which means the action that I need to perform. All right. For that, I'm going to write two methods: increment, and decrement. I'm gonna call this function that I return on click equal to this dot increment. Same thing here also. It's going to be decrement. Okay. Now, whenever I perform this action like increment, decrement, and to call some action, which means in Redux I'm going to call this dispatch. Okay. Now I'm going to copy this dispatch in both increment as well as decrement. All right. So in the increment, I can give any action name. So here I'm going to give add. All right. Add our value. Okay. And data I'm going to ignore. I don't need to send any data over here. So I'm just deleting this data. And payload I can give anything. So here I'm going to give 20. Okay. So whenever I click this increment button, it will keep on add 20 over here. So similarly here I can give this type as sub value. Anything you can give. I'm going to give sub value. Alright. So here also I'm removing this data. Oh, sorry. My God. Okay. Data, and payload is going to be I'm going to give 10 over here. Alright. So now we need to handle this action from the dispatch method. To handle this, have a root reducer. So in reducer, I can put some if or switch statement, whatever convenient that you are. I'm gonna write a if statement. If action dot type equal to add value, then I will gonna do some action else. Okay, let me complete this here. If it is add value, then I'm gonna return state equal to state plus action dot payload. So the payload that I'm written here, this 20 will be passed over here, which means the current state, I mean the value from the current state will keep on adding from 20. Okay. Okay, fine. Similarly, I'm going to write else if action dot type equal to sub value. I mean, I just copying so that to avoid typing error. Sub value. Here, I'm gonna return state equal to state minus action dot payload. And if not, in else statement, I'm gonna return this default state. Okay. Okay. Now let's check how it's working. Increment. Oh my god, here it's getting increasing. Increment. If I click decrement, it will reduce 10. Now I'm just gonna put some operation over here. 1 minute. Yes. I'm gonna put some document.get element over here. In subscribe. Document dot get element by id of dot dot inner text equal to store dot get state. Right, I'm gonna copy this display value over here. Okay, fine. I'm saving this workspace. Now let's see. Increment, decrement. So keep on clicking this increment. If I click decrement, it will reduce 10. So these are the 4 simple steps that you can use to implement Redux in your application. Okay, and one more thing is, this is not the actual coding standard. To make sure the coding standard, you can write all these 4 steps in a separate class. All right, thank you guys.